All right, my friends, it is time. We are fully seasoned and ready to pepper grind. Shovel claws. Let's do it.
Yeah, what's up, everyone? Wait, let me get back to the really cool title menu. My name is shovelclaws, and welcome to Pepper Grinder. This game is a really dope indie 2D platformer released earlier this year, and I'm really excited for it because you all hit the all levels incentive. Thank you so much for your generosity. I think this is the best category in the game, and I learned it 5 days ago, question mark, I think, at this point. But I'm really excited for this. This game is absolutely baller and totally amazing. I like to pitch it as those, like, you know, those games where you play as a worm and you just, like, destroy things, like, by diving in and out of the sand. Yeah, it's kind of like that, but like a real platformer. It's very cool. The other example is Echo the Dolphin, but, like, modern. So, yeah. But pick your poison. I like to have fun, so worm. But we're going to go ahead and get into the run and talk about the movement some. We'll save the story for when we have a chance later on, because this category is a little bit longer, so we have a chance. So no opening cutscene for you, unfortunately, but that's what you get for getting all levels. So we're going to start the time when I start a new file. Time will begin. Let me make sure I'm recording, just in case I PB, because there's a chance. There is a chance.
Always worth it.
All right, we're gonna get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, hopping in, you can see we have this high-powered drill. We play as Pepper, this little pirate who has lost all her treasure to the Gnarling Empire, and we got to get it back. The way we do that is by drilling through the earth, and this is the main movement of the game, is doing this drilling and getting a ton of speed from the dashes that you can do while in dirt. These dashes are super fun, super fast, and I absolutely love them. This is why I've run this game as much as I have at this point. But you'll notice throughout this this game, or throughout this run, we're going to be collecting a lot of these skull coins. I already picked up one. We're about to pick up a second one. Nice. So these skull coins are what make all levels special. We need 40. That's right, 40 of them. And that's a huge amount compared to any percent where we route in 10 of the fastest in order to unlock special stages. We gotta play through those stages, and even the stages that the specials would originally skip in order to get through this category. Quick kill here. We're gonna hit the ceiling, rev up our drill twice while going down in order to quick kill that nest very fast, and then hop on through. We're gonna get into the second stage. In the second stage, we're going to immediately turn around and grab a coin, but before that, I gotta explain how drill crushes work. When you're in mid-air, what you can do is you can press down and your drill and jump buttons at the same time, and if you do that, you'll get this little downwards move that we call a drill crush. Here, I'll do it real fast. That. However, if you do this while next to a wall, and then neutral stick, or hold your stick in any direction other than down, you'll get... Oh, I wanted to hit it there. That would have been such good timing, but I was a little bit low. You'll get a huge glitch that we call the Mary Poppins glitch. The reason we call it that is because, well, you're Mary Poppins flying through the earth and the drill looks like a little umbrella. Most of us refer to this as Poppin'. This is an infinite jump glitch that allows you to gain infinite height, and as you can imagine, it's pretty broken. In this stage, we use it to skip a grand 30 seconds of stage, and it brings this stage from a little over a minute, 30, to all the way down to under a minute if you do it well. If you do it well. Ugh.
And yes, you can say it if you feel the need. We're Mary Poppins, y'all!
That was not where I thought you were gonna take that reference, but fair enough. Yeah, so it's obviously very broken. However, it's not broken enough to where you can just skip entire stages all that easily. There are a few big skips, but a lot of the time it's actually used for more minor micro movement, which you'll see all throughout this stage, 1-3 Headstone Peak. This stage is probably one of the hardest in the game. It's a very technical. We have skips all throughout. For example, we have a little Mary Poppins glitch here to get through this little room. These little puzzle panels will switch when you dig through the dirt and hit them, and that allows you to do really cool stuff like that. Bounce off of one of them by drilling into the wall and then pressing the jump button as you hit it. Little coin there, cute little jump. Grab this, Mary Pop up, easy. So pop in isn't always used for these big skips. They're always, it's more of a movement option than it is a like huge stage skip tool.
Sure, because you're not maintaining your momentum, right?
Yeah, basically. A lot of the time it's actually a lot faster to drill through the dirt because it's just so much more movement per second as opposed to just jumping very slowly through the air. There are some cases where it's like either you don't get enough distance or you don't get enough benefit from going the other way, but a lot of the time we will just not do Mary Poppins because it is slower. This is the hardest boss fight in the game, coming out of the hardest stage. This has a very nasty 2-cycle. What am I doing? I've done this joke in front of 60,000 people. I can't do it anymore. What the hell? This is obviously a boss fight skip. This boss, Beetle Rider, is usually pretty long and pretty hard, but out of bounds in every stage you have to have a flagpole in order to finish the stage, and out of bounds there is just a flagpole that we can Mary Pop up to. I keep saying Mary Pop. This is not what I usually say, but I've gotten in the habit. Now I can't stop. Help.
Oh, I'm sorry. There will be no help coming.
Oh,
but yeah, no. Every boss is the hardest boss in the game until it's over. So by all means,
exactly. But this is World 2 now. We have a lot of global cycles in this world, which means that as soon as we enter the stage, we have to play very close to optimal in order to hit certain checkpoints in the stage. These moving platforms start moving as soon as we load in and will not stop for anything, and so we need to play very carefully. Unfortunately, I got a pretty bad cycle there, but know your backups because it allowed us to get through it pretty easily. Little pop here to get up the lava fall and then on through the rest of the stage. Thankfully, that coin is very fast, and we'll have one more coin at the end here, and then we'll be good. So, you may have noticed, I did not mean to go back down, but I did. You may have noticed that we only played 3 stages, I guess 4 if you count the boss fight, in the first world. There are actually 5 stages if you count the boss fight in the first world, and the reason we skipped one is because we don't usually time hub movement in this game for a variety of reasons that isn't important to the point. So, the way we route this category is really funny. Sometimes we will just go ahead forward in the stages in order to get enough coins to then backtrack to the bonus stages. Unlucky cycle there. This is Cannonier's Folly. This stage absolutely slaps because it has these huge cannons. You may have noticed so far, but this game relies pretty heavily on gimmicks in order to spice up the formula. This is probably one of my favorite stages in the game because it has, unfortunately, some pretty bad cycles here too. These huge cannons that give you a ton of speed, and they're just everywhere. This is the first bonus stage, so it makes sense that it's as cool as this. Also, it has a banging soundtrack. Oh, I got hit by the goblins on their way. Oh, I got hit on the goblins on their way up. What the hell? Oh, wait. There we go. Fortunately, this stage is also pretty punishing, because if you die, it's over this huge pit of death and destruction, and that tends to cause problems. I have no idea how to back up that coin, but we'll worry about it later. We were supposed to grab that coin, but it's fine. Thankfully, this game, you don't need all of the coins in the game for all levels, so we do have some leniency with what coin routes we take. I just have to think of what coin is best to back up now, which is, issue. Make it, thank you. Please don't hit me. This little cannon is... That cannon didn't shoot. Okay, cool. That's great. Little balloons to bounce on, and then we'll end up the stage here with another coin. But yeah, I love this stage. It feels so fast when you really nail it, all the tricks. Well, down here, and on back up. Cool.
I don't mean to speak out against you, but I think Chad is actually rooting for the goblins, so...
What the hell? That's
I mean, you know, most of us are goblins or gremlins of some variety, so I get it.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I'm sorry if your gender is the gnarlings in specific, because those little buggers are awful, but goblins I can accept. Gnarlings, I don't know. I don't know about that one, but... I guess on that note, we can talk some about the story as we get into Poison Ridge. We are against the Gnarling Empire in order to get our treasure back. They're the little green goblins that roam around, and they will just ruin your day completely. Thankfully, we tend to avoid combat because it's slow, but sometimes you're kind of forced into it, unfortunately. Like, coming up, we'll have to juke out this little goblin in order to just ruin his day. Oh, I'm down here now. Interesting. I usually grab that little grappling hook. Which, on that note, let's talk about grappling hooks. Grappling hooks in this game are very simple. You have two types. You have these little rotational grappling hooks, go up around them, and you can do something called a rehook on these in order to gain extra speed. We'll sometimes use that in order to gain a lot more momentum. I am unfortunately missing some here, but that's okay. Like that. You can tell when I rehook because I'll kind of stall in the air while grabbing one of these hooks. And then the other kind are these little standing grappling hooks that when we grab them, we just kind of hook straight over to the little point that we grab on. You'll see those a little bit later in the run, because there's one stage in particular that uses them a lot. Anyways, this is Giant's Kitchen. This stage is really hard, so I'm gonna have to focus a little bit, but basically we're gonna try to keep a pop all the way through the stage in order to, one, make a few coins that are really fast, and two, avoid a bunch of hazards, obstacles, carry this gun all the way over throughout this stage, and ultimately take care of some gnarlings that will otherwise be in our way. I'm gonna grab some extra health out of this pot real fast, and then just jump over all these guys. There's a coin in this little pot here that if we take slow, we can grab while keeping the pop and not boiling alive in the soup. And then this guy loves to dance around. He's not doing it. I guess he's camera shy. It's fair.
Hey, yo, speaking of, everyone get your soup orders in. Exclamation point donate to let me know what kind of soup you'd like.
Hey, we have a lot of ingredients right under us, so you have a pretty wide variety of options.
Heck yeah. Yeah, no, I like it. You know, the platformer ethos is like, hey, if you don't have to platform, why would you? So.
Cycle's very strange. I'm gonna wait. That's fine. Yeah, no, it's very fun with popping in specific, because you can literally just justify any path over the stage as long as you're not missing out on, like, digging through ground. It's very cool. There's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Expressiveness. There's a lot of player expression in this game, I think, and it's very fun. Oh, I should have gotten the backup coin there. Right, I forget that I'm one coin down. Alright, thankfully, the one coin down is not enough to throw off my route. We're gonna go into the next shop, buy the golden key for Marauder Beach. This level's so cool! It's so fun. So, Marauder Beach, you wouldn't think a lava world would have a water level, but it does. And as you can see, Marauder Beach features this awesome water skimming movement a lot. Everyone, when this game released, was like, hey, has anyone found this really cool movement tech? And everyone was like, oh my god, I just found that too! It was really fun. But we're gonna use it a lot in order to just soar through this stage. It is so fun. Also, everyone say hi to the sharks. They're friends.
Hi, sharks.
Unless they hit me. Never mind. That guy hit me, so he's mean. Womp womp. Jump over here, and then we're coming up on the ending here. This stage's gimmick is that this volcano in the background will shoot lava into the water, which forms obsidian. I know this from Minecraft. And that allows us to dig through the obsidian somehow. Look, I'm not going to question it. I guess our drill is made of diamond or something.
And they say video games don't teach
so
people
clean.
anything. Nice.
Right? So, if you're fast enough, you just never see the stage gimmick, which is kind of sad, because I actually love the stage gimmick in this level. It's so cool. But, oh my god, that was so clean. That was a... Let me check... No, that was nearly a gold. That was like a second off my gold. That was really good. Alright, and now back into the lava levels, unfortunately. And we gotta talk about something that I just did there. I cheated, unfortunately. This game, you only get one jump. You don't get a double jump, unless you're good. Frame perfectly, you can get a second jump off the ground. by pressing A right as your jump delay timer ends, but right before your coyote frames end. If you don't know what coyote time is, basically you get to jump, you get a little leniency on your jump in order to make the game feel like it's not dropping inputs all the time. So if you walk off a platform, you'll be able to jump for a few frames after you leave the ground. This game's coyote time timer is 1 frame longer than the jump delay timer that you get when you jump off of the ground itself. So if you're frame perfect, you can get a second jump. It's very funny. When we found that, we were all very confused. We need it twice in this stage, once at the start to get a good cycle. I'm just going to take a death here, that's fine. And once here in order to make this jump upwards. But it's very hard because it's a rhythm-based thing. I just took damage there and then got up, so that's fine. But optimally, you'll want to double jump up to that little cycle area there. Perpetuating the stereotype of speedrunners cheating further.
Yep, the two kinds of people who can double jump: trans people and cheaters.
Next, we're coming into Magma Worm. This boss is really funny because you can skip this without even using pop on the very first patch of the game. We do play down patched in this game, unfortunately, but it's pretty easy to get down patched. But you don't even need to pop. You can literally just jump over these crates by digging or by dashing out of the ground at the right angle. It's very funny. And that means we're into the third world. We're starting out with... Oh, I got the map soft lock. That's unfortunate. That happens sometimes on the first patch if you walk too fast on the world map, but not a big deal. It's very prone there. We're into Cannon Climb now. This stage is so satisfying. But it's on a global cycle, just like some of the last levels that we did in World 2. At the very end of this stage, there is a cycle of moving cannons, so we gotta play very well in order to make the best cycle possible. So we'll see if we can manage. Otherwise, sometimes with these cannons, it's faster to just barely charge the cannon up. You'll see as you stand in the cannon, the cannon will move, but you can release early in order to... I got greedy there, I shouldn't have done that. You can release the cannon early in order to get different angles on the cannon, and so sometimes we use that in order to get better angles on what we're doing, or where we're going to next. Otherwise, a little bit of climbing here. We're gonna grab 1 coin. T-Tree, if you have any messages about the charity for us, that would be a great time to do so, because this stage is pretty simple for the rest of it.
Absolutely. Well, you keep it smooth. I'm going to read out some donations from generous people in the audience. We got an anonymous $20 donation that simply says :3, or the classic smiley face. And also what looks like an anonymous $5 donation asking chat to all come together and make the ultimate soup. Donating to add LCL to the broth and meet that Luigi's Mansion incentive. And that is
I wonder how ghosts would taste in a soup.
Yeah, I bet there are a bunch of different, like, whether you have a regular boo, king boo. Yeah, there's all sorts of different flavors to that soup, baby.
King boo in a soup?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the kind of thing, like the ghost equivalent of Wagyu beef, I think. And hey, with those donations, we are a quarter of the way to our catch-all bonus ghost incentive. Keep it up, everyone. Thank you so much. If you'd like to donate, you can type !donate in chat. Don't forget to use the add incentive button when you do so.
Yeah, thank you all so much for the donations. This is a great cause. Much appreciated. I unfortunately forgot to do the thing that I usually do in marathon runs, but it's fine because I think I need the time save. I'm like 6 seconds behind. Anyways, this is Brittle Glacier. Brittle Glacier has, first, this coin up here, very hidden, has these little icicle blocks that disappear after you drill through them. They kind of melt away. I mean, I can't imagine, like, this drill is very, you know, room temp. I feel like this thing would just melt. But, Brittle Glacier is a very difficult stage. It reintroduces our little puzzle panel friends. But there are a lot of strats that we do to try to minimize their harm. For example, here we just knock this one over, and then knock it back after drilling through that icicle, which holds that first puzzle panel in place. Jump on over, and the ending of this stage is very tough. For context, when this game launched, this stage actually had a broken time trial medal at 158 because the devs accidentally forgot that they added a final section to the stage, and for a few days we were all like, how the hell do you get this medal? Thankfully now it's a little bit more solved because we have stuff like this cute little death warp to save a few seconds, but the ending of this stage is really difficult, and so I'm gonna be quiet while I try to focus up here, and if we hit the gold time trial medal, that will be very nice. Nearly died because I was yapping, but that's okay. Let's see. 154. Hell yeah.
Let's go.
That would be the gold medal, and I got an extra coin that you usually wouldn't during that route. So
nice. I was just about to ask if we were caught back up yet.
Oh yeah, I caught back up. Don't worry. All right. This is a Sea of Teeth. You can see the water skimming is back. Very fun. And that allows us all sorts of really cool movement options in this stage. We gotta avoid these little boy, yeah? It's just, boys? I don't know how to say it, man. Fuck. But they will eat your movement if you run into them, which is totally fine. We're gonna pop over a little combat room, and then go on over and drill on down here for a coin that's pretty fast. And then on up here, do another pop.
Yep. Empire Ship in the chat pointing out, maybe unintentionally, but that it's actually very appropriate for Luigi's Mansion coming up, that the correct pronunciation is buoy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, just think about ghosts, and then you'll have it.
Thank you for the layup. I appreciate it. Anyways, Sea of Teeth is really fun. I really like that stage. Probably one of my favorites. And now we have just enough coins for Crystal Falls, a absolute banger of a stage. This stage has these huge vertical tunnels of these snowflakes that will fall down, and it is so fun to like have to pathfind through these because I have no idea where they're coming from. I think they're on a global cycle, but I'm not super sure. And this is the stage I was referring to earlier that uses these little standing grapples a lot. We're gonna grab a coin up here, just as a backup. And then we will get through the rest of this stage. Also, this stage has some banger tunes. This entire game's soundtrack is really cool. I thought I got the right angle.
I know that's just kind of the mix for you. You know, you run games with great movement and great soundtracks, so.
True. I guess I haven't really thought about it, but it is kind of weird that if I had a nickel for every game with a good soundtrack I ran, you'd have to look at my SRC profile to see how many nickels I have, because I don't know. But this stage is so cool. I really do love this stage. And these stages that we usually skip in any percent are probably the reason that I think this category is probably the best category in this game. It is seriously very fun, especially with the coin routing, kind of having to think up on the fly backups if you miss a coin. Oh, I'm on 1 health now. That's scary. I will probably take this ending slow. And all of the really cool mechanics that you get to abuse in the extra stages. That was so scary. This category really is just so fun.
Yeah, I can imagine getting to have a combination of like high routing proficiency and high execution stages together really keeps things fresh for you as a runner.
I see that pun in chat. I'm not going to acknowledge it, but I'm very angry. All right, into Breaker Pass now. Unfortunately, this is one of probably 2 stages that is just a lot of pops. Who pinned that message? T-Tree.
You're
what
welcome,
the hell?
What? We're just hanging out, having a fun time together, right?
Well, we were.
Anyways.
Womp womp. This stage is one of the unfortunate few where you just pop a lot throughout the level, because this stage has a rocket nozzle that usually you'd use. That was so fast. You would usually use the rocket nozzle in order to get through puzzles in the stage. You destroy ice, which would unleash enemies on you and stuff. Everyone say hi, Kyle. But unfortunately, that's all very slow, so we always skip it. Kyle's going to show back up again so I can give him a proper introduction, but he helps us throughout this stage. We skip a part where he kind of like helps us traverse this little cavern with his hands, but at the end here, we're going to refuse his help. He's been enough of a help by just giving us a checkpoint. We're going to drill through here, on down, and drill crush to the right in order to get to the top of this little ledge, and that's a very clean breaker pass. Okay. Now we're into the first boss fight that we actually had to fight, unfortunately, because the hidden out-of-bounds flag is, for some reason, covered in blocks of stone. It's really messed up that they told us no like that, but that's okay, because Mint is actually a super cool fight. This fight is so fun to do, so I'm not complaining too bad. I am mad, though, because it'd be like 2 minutes of time save. If you can find a skip for this fight, one, you'd probably have to make a new category for it, and two, this run would get a lot faster. But I'm gonna have to focus. Basically, the fight is very simple. We're going to stand on top of the snow here instead of digging through it like the game would kind of suggest you do. And we're going to aim upwards and press the trigger in order to rev up our drill every now and then, and that will allow us to get hits off. And however many hits we deal, we kind of have to react to whatever Mint's fight or attacks would be, because depending on her HP, she will start doing different things. So I'm gonna lock in now for the rest of this. Alright, cool. That was pretty clean. I could have gotten a bit faster of a cycle there, but I missed a few attacks, but that's fine. Very, very, very clean Mint fight. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, great
And
work.
thank you. We are finally out of World 3. Good lord. And we're into World 4, where we're going to start in Ice Melt Marsh. This is beginning. The start of the stage has a really tough strat that I have to hit, but okay. I'm just gonna move on. We're going to get a coin in a different level. You can bounce up to that little pyramid head that's right above you at the water there, and get a coin for it. But it's really tough because you have to have really clean movement at the start of that level, and if you mess up or miss a water skim jump, then you will end up missing the trick. But we're going to grab this coin that is probably terrifying for a Silent Hill protagonist, but it's no work for when we have a higher powered drill that can easily kill enemies and also make us jump forever. And then we're going to come get the coin over here. We're going to pop over. We're popping over this really big underwater section right now, and that allows us to both grab this coin, avoid these enemies, and finish out the stage nice and clean. Small little jump so I don't get absolutely destroyed by that bomb there. Ran into the ship. That's fine. There we go. So while we need a backup coin, I know exactly which backup coin we're going to get, and that is in the next level, Sunken City Limits. We usually, in any percent, actually skip this level by going to a bonus stage, but I didn't get the height there. I'm just going to move on then. We have to play it for all levels because it is, unfortunately, a level that we have to play. But Sunken City Limits is actually pretty cool, in my opinion. It's just long. There are a lot of strats with these kind of broken buildings. You'll see them collapse after we drill through them. And the way this stage is supposed to work is by having these long puzzles where you're drilling through the wood to break certain parts of the buildings. But we're going to just ignore all that by either doing pops or wall bounces or some combination of the two. Point here in order to get through that section faster. And now we're coming up on the robot part of this stage. There are two stages in this game, both in World 4, where you have this giant mech. And unfortunately for us, I gotta go to my options and turn down my sound, because if I don't, this will ruin your ears. I guarantee. I promise you. But this guy is very simple. We're going to hold neutral and mash the dash button, the right trigger, while holding A. And what this does is make us skip these animation wind down frames that the robot has. And it makes us go so much faster. Oh my god, I nearly didn't make it through that building. That was terrifying. We just destroy that building, turn around in order to get back into the robot. Otherwise, we do some really kind of annoying platforming. We're going to grab that coin as a backup and then hop onto this ship where these little planes will start attacking us. But there is a plane with a coin that we were on the perfect cycle to snipe out of the air. And that is the one of the last coins we need. And I dashed too far, but there's a skip up here where if we jump all the way up with the robot and then jump out of it, we get to skip all of that building. That building is one of the longest puzzles in the game. You have to go all the way around, backtrack a ton. It's really a lot. And then we're into terminal depths, where I'm going to turn my volume back up for now, and also do the probably most boring strat in the game. I'm sorry. I would love to do the faster quote-unquote strat that is like significantly harder, but I'm on PB pace. So I'm going to play this safe and do what I would usually do. That said, this stage has amazing music. So I'm not complaining too bad. Basically in this stage, below us, what we're jumping over is this huge tunnel that has these train auto-scrollers and a bunch of enemies, and it's a nightmare to get through. Instead, what we can do is just pop over everything, and there's a very convenient musical cue that we can use in order to know when to come back down. It's very, very nice. Very safe in attempts of this game. That said, we probably have maybe a minute and a half for messages if you have any, T-Tree.
Awesome. I was thinking about asking, and you said timing like music cue, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should be quiet, but no, happy to read out some donations. We've got $10 from Andrasir, who says, amazing runner and amazing host, less than 3. You're both the best, Claws and Tree. Same to you, producer Richard. Good friend of so many speedrunning communities. And $15 from Hockey Babbler. Sorry for shoveling in the puns. Here is my penance. You are tentatively forgiven, but maybe not by Claws. And those donations did both go to the Luigi's Mansion. All bonus goes during Blackout Incentive, bringing us halfway there. We are at $50 out of 100. Please keep it up. If you are able to donate, !donate in the chat. Obviously, you are under no obligation, and we're happy to have you here.
Sorry, I'm looking at my splits right now. I'm 50 seconds ahead, question mark?
Yeah, I see that.
Huh. Interesting. Anyways, cool. So how far? I'm 44 seconds ahead. Interesting. That's cool. Anyways, we're getting into probably one of the hardest stages in the run, Deep Rot City. Deep Rot City has a whole lot of stuff that we got to do. First, I'm going to do a pop over on this. There are a few ways to do this pop, but that's what we ended up having to do. And then we're going to carry this pop all the way through to this really nasty cycle that is both very long and very tedious. These little moving platforms are just awfully positioned in every way, shape, and form. And I'm going to remember to turn down my sound effects. There we go. We got the robot again. Hi, Pyramid Head. Goodbye. That was scary. Where we're going to do the same thing, just dashing through. Thankfully, this section is a lot shorter than the one in Sunken City Limits. And at the end of this stage is a really long section where we're going to carry a pop all the way through. The main reason is because we have these really annoying elevators that we gotta get through. So we're gonna pop here. And then these little elevators here with the flamethrowers on either side are both very long and very annoying to use. So we're going to just skip it all by doing this pop. I don't think I need the extra health here, thankfully, so. We're gonna get to this really long elevator section, which is why popping is just amazing, and also probably why I don't run the no popping category of this run at all, because this elevator section is actually a nightmare. Speaking of nightmares, everyone please close your eyes. Oh my god, what is that? Terrifying. Okay, thank god. It's off your screen, you can open your eyes again. Anyways, we're gonna grab a coin here at the very top, hidden in that little chandelier. Thank you, Pop. And then we're going to finish up the stage, and we're going into our last stage before the final boss. Witchfire Bog. This is what we would usually play in any percent to, again, skip Sunken City limits, but we gotta play it normally here. This stage is probably another one of my favorites. I have said that a lot during this run, but it's true. A lot of stages in this game are just really fun. You have these little goop monsters that will come up and hit you. Thankfully, we're on a great cycle at the very start there in order to just avoid them, but once you start moving, you gotta actually adapt. And then we got the little jelly blocks there that will pull you back unless you drill out into dirt. They kind of tether you to the block that you are in. Very nice movement there, using some grappling hooks to very quickly get up. And then on through. This stage is very, very fun. I should probably also turn up my sound effects before the final boss. I'll do that at the end of the stage so I don't, like, accidentally lose time because I did it. More time than I would otherwise. But there we go. Perfect. Now you can hear things again. So, that is all of the levels in the game completed. However, we have one more final boss, Emperor Nero, who is the one responsible for us having our treasure stolen. This guy sucks, and we're gonna get rid of him. The way we do that is by first damaging him once, and then moving on over to the walls on the arena in order to pop. The reason for that is that he has this huge hitbox around his head. What the game expects you to do is drill through these bones. Bones, Jesus Christ. And constantly jump up to hit his head. Instead, what we're going to do is pop and then spin to win in order to destroy him. Basically, we're turning into a Beyblade is what this final fight is. Time will be at the end of the second phase, because yes, this fight has a second phase. Sorry for the spoilers. But you'll all count us down when we're close. So yeah, you'll see every time I jump or turn my drill will re-enter his hitbox, and that allows us to do a ton of damage very quickly. I have to dodge all of his attacks because our health will carry over to the second phase of this fight. And nice, that's a great first phase. Coming up on the second phase now with 3 HP to spare. We'll be fine, I think. But we gotta damage his big ol' skull, because he's transformed into the second scariest thing in this game so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. We're gonna hop on over to the wall here, hop, and then we will start damaging him once he does this skull attack. These things will chase us around, so we gotta be a bit careful, and he's doing this attack? I've never seen him on this cycle. That's interesting. I don't know if this is slow or fast. I died! That's unlucky. I didn't realize I was falling because I got hit by the skulls. Interesting. I don't think that kills PB, but it might be a lot closer now. This is an interesting fight now. I'm gonna focus. Hold up. He's doing this again. I've never seen him do this. Why is he doing this? Get away from me, thank you. Okay, and time is coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time.
GG.
That's unfortunate, because that's a 6-second PB.
Yeah, that
all the
could
way
have been
down.
a 40-second.
Yeah, that could have been a 40-second PB. That's unlucky. Anyways, I'm not suffering. What is that? 3 PBs in a row for this?
Yeah,
now?
no, we still got the 3-peat here, and you got one to grow on. We also got
Yeah,
our first.
oh.
That's never happened before, so thank you for that.
Let's go. Honored to have been the first. Kind of disappointed because of how that went. Anyways,
Well, yeah, if people want to see you chase the big one, where can they do that?
Chalk aside myself because that was an interesting fight. This game is really cool. Come hang out. Speedrun.com/peppergrinder, all one word. I'm shovelclaws. You can find me everywhere. Shovelclaws, all one word. I stream a bunch of variety indie stuff. Tomorrow I'll be on GDQ Hotfix against fellow binary breaker Vane, racing the big catch tackle box. So that'll be fun. That'll be cool. Anyways, that is Pepper Grinder. This game seriously is a ton of fun. I want to give a huge shout out to all of the Pepper Grinder community. They are small but very dedicated to this game, and it's really cool to play and see how this game keeps getting pushed. We currently have 2 sub 26 minute any percent times, and they are within a second of each other, so I'm really excited to see who can maybe get world record back or broken, question mark. But we'll see. As for me, I'm mostly kind of just happy with my times on this game, but damn, I was 40 seconds ahead, huh? I might have to beat that.
There you go.
Anyways,
Now it's time to power up.
Thank you all so much for donating for this run again. I really do appreciate it. All levels is so cool, so happy to show it off and get a PB while doing it. Anyways, I'll stop yapping. Thank you all so much again, and thank you T-Tree for hosting as well. Keep this event going. This is a great cause, like I said, and this community is very cool. And it's been an honor to be part of the first event that y'all have had. Appreciate it.
Yo, my pleasure, friend. I don't think anyone could argue that run wasn't perfectly seasoned. That was exactly what we needed, and Claws always serves it up like that. So thanks again to it for showing off its stuff, and just a really amazing, like, again, I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit, but the originally submitted time for the any percent was 35 minutes, and we added a 10-minute incentive of all levels and came in 1 minute over that estimate with a death on the final boss. So just really amazing stuff. All right, friends, we are going to be back in a little bit. I think we have another one of our amazing community created interstitials coming up soon-ish, but I know the next run is ready, so we will be back with you shortly. Alrighty, we're getting things ready for our next run. Almost there, but we also had a bid war to talk about that just closed up. So thank you everyone for your generous donations. It was tied up for a very long time, thanks to donations that I'm going to read out in a little bit from some people you might see again on your screen shortly. But the deciding donation was one Alice Rujausu sending in $15 and simply saying, Dale. So there you have it. If you are just joining us, we are here in support of the LGBTQ Freedom Fund. That is our charity for this Broken Quickly event. I'm looking at a map here for the things they do to help impoverished people with incarceration and helping pay bail. This map is pink for each state where they freed someone, and it looks like it's like 20 plus states easily. So they are doing amazing work all around the country, and we are so proud to be able to support them by being silly gamers and gremlins and goblins and just going fast. Thank you for being part of it as well. Laszlo in chat saying, I forgot the context and thought we were just shouting out Dale. Oh, sorry, Dale. No, this is not Calle Ocho. There are many more entertaining things on tap than Pitbull's music. So stay tuned for that.